In my assessment of CJ Stroud, I see a very talented passer with a natural sense of touch that impresses me as he hits certain passes. That same touch, I think, hinders him in a certain way. CJ Stroud tends to do very well when the situation is perfect and he can take his time and place that natural touch on a pedestal and create the beautiful pass. I've noticed that when the situation isn't optimal, as in he's pressured or the route that he wants isn't open, he hesitates, and that sometimes leads to a bad result. You'll see what I'm talking about in this video based on some plays from the Iowa game. I wonder if it's a trend that will hurt Ohio State down the road. Guess we'll just have to find out. On this first play I'm showing you at the 13-minute and 7-second mark of the first quarter, CJ Stroud has 5 wide receivers, 2 of them are set to the left, and Iowa is sending a linebacker on a blitz here. I can tell that CJ Stroud really wants to hit the in route from that close left wide receiver, and the Iowa defender who's in the middle of the field cut that off. And CJ freezes a bit here as the linebacker is coming in on the blitz. And you can also see that he tries to throw the ball, or he thought about throwing the ball here as his arm is moving out in front of him, but he retracts it. Unfortunately, the linebacker is already on him and hit him hard, causing a fumble, leading to a score for the Iowa defense. CJ's hesitancy here causes a turnover because what he should have done is take the sack and protect the ball, or try to roll out and make the defender chase him. While I doubt that he would have gotten away, that's not the point of me suggesting that he run. By running, it changes the angle at which the defender can come after you, and the linebacker would have to go for a wrap-up tackle on CJ Stroud's legs, or make a conventional tackle around the waist instead of being able to deliver a hard hit out in front where he can impact the ball, which led to the fumble and the score by Iowa. So on the next play that I'm showing you, at the beginning of the third quarter, we have CJ Stroud under center with the 12 personnel here, which is 1 running back, 2 tight ends, and 2 wide receivers, who are both set out to the right. Ohio State runs a play action pass here, and Iowa is playing a zone defense. CJ Stroud clearly has the post route on his mind here the whole way because that's the play that he really wanted to hit. But he shouldn't have thrown this pass as there were 3 Iowa defenders in zone defense around this play. Iowa gets some pressure right up the middle, and CJ does a great job of repositioning himself by being able to shuffle to his left and getting more time to make the pass, which I've seen him do that quite a bit, which is great. But the pass that he intended on hitting from the beginning was just not available on this play, and he tried to force it in with that great touch that he has, and it ended up making for an easy pick for the underneath zone defender. If you would notice, the running back is actually open in the flat, and that is the play that CJ Stroud has to make here. You have to take your check down, and the running back would have caught that ball and have gotten some nice yards after the catch, and I think he would have gotten quite a bit of yards after the catch here if CJ made that decision. So this is just more evidence to my point that CJ is very talented at throwing the ball, but it's on display best when the conditions are optimal because he doesn't always adjust well when it's not. This play on 3rd and 5 might be the best example of what I'm talking about here. CJ has a 5 wide receiver set here against Iowa, who's dropping 7 into coverage and rushing 4 people. And they have Ohio State has 3 of their wide receivers are open on the corner routes and the out routes here, and CJ does not throw the ball to any of them. The main reason why is that one of the pass rushers who was blocked fell down in front of him, and as the pass rusher got up, CJ stopped his throwing motion and then hesitated a second before trying to run away. As you know, that did not work out well, and CJ got sacked on his 3rd down play. Number 32 was open on an out route immediately on this play. Harrison Jr. was open on the short curl route. He was the wide receiver to CJ's left, and number 8 was breaking open on his curl route as the defender was getting up. And that is the player that CJ Stroud was looking for, and he would have had the first down if CJ threw the ball. CJ's condition went from being optimal to suboptimal here when a defender got in his face, and that's an issue for a quarterback because he needs to learn to live through that and live through these things when they're not perfect. There was no reason for CJ to allow number 91 to affect his decision on his play. Yet he did, and that's something that he'll have to correct. On this last play here in the third quarter on 4th and 1, CJ Stroud throws the touchdown to Marvin Harrison Jr. on an out route. And once again, that beautiful pass was on display here. But CJ is looking for the optimal situation before he throws the ball when he doesn't have to. You'll see what I mean here, as in when CJ starts to roll out, he sees Marvin Harrison breaking out on the out route. He waits until Marvin Harrison gets some separation before he throws the ball, when he does not have to do that at all. And it would be better if he threw it before the defender can start catching up to the wide receiver. What CJ should do here is throw the ball as soon as his receiver breaks out toward the pylon. But he waits until Marvin Harrison is running towards it and looking for the ball. He has to trust his receiver and his timing here. Once again, you see CJ is looking for the optimal situation so that he can then throw his perfectly crafted ball. But you cannot do that if you really want to take the next step in your passing development. So that's what I've noticed about CJ Stroud. And this is not an indictment on him or saying that he's a bad quarterback, because I know somebody's going to have that take somewhere in the comment section. This is something that I've noticed, and it's something that he'll want to improve on in general, especially if you go to the next level. If you enjoyed this video, check out the video to the left. It is the video that the YouTube algorithm suggests that you watch. And if you want to check out the last video that I made, it's the video on the right. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Let me know what you think in the comments below.